All of y'all baby daddy, boyfriends, husbands, cousins, brothers, uncles, and daddies was all in Cartagena this weekend, and my God in heaven, y'all did not lie about the passport, bro.
I was like, okay, cool. So why the issue with Thailand? Because I just think it's ridiculous how you're taking men from the United States to other countries to find wives or find women. And I sat back and I just let it all sink in and marinate in. You know why I did that? I got her from another country. Give me 30 seconds. You'll enjoy this story. So today my daughter won an award. So I went to school.
We won't. But real quick, he already started off by lying because this video is it's 2 minutes and 23 seconds. So he already a liar. He talking about give me 30 seconds. Stop lying, fool. Take everything this dude say with a grain of salt.
Give me 30 seconds. You'll enjoy this story. So today my daughter won an award. So I went to school to the award ceremony. And of course, her mom, my ex-wife, was there as well. And while we were waiting for them to set up everything for the ceremony, we decided to deal with a little co-parenting business. So I told her mom that, hey, I'm going to need to hire a PA, a personal assistant out here because I'm going to be out of the country every single month for the rest of the year. I got things going on in Colombia and I got to also go to Thailand for a little bit. So when I said Thailand, she said, ew. I was like, ew. She was like, so you're going over to Thailand for one of those passport bros trips? Ew. And I said, have you ever been to Thailand? And she got quiet. I was like, well, I've been to Thailand. And I'm actually not going that time for a passport bros trip. I'm actually going for a conference, which I'm getting paid to speak at. And so she gave me a half-hearted apology. And I said, wait a minute.
I'm sorry, real quick. Who the fuck is paying him to go speak for anything? I'm curious what he's speaking about. At this point, I'm gonna have to look him up and investigate what he does more. I've only seen him on TikTok. I don't know anything about. I don't be caring to look up people. I know that's bad. I feel like I should take more time, but these people be so interesting to me that it takes a while for me to actually be like, okay, let me look them up. But who the fuck is paying Don P to go talk to them? This is crazy. All right, I'm listening. Back to it.
You said that you don't follow me. You don't pay attention to anything that I do. How do you even know about my passport bros trips? And she said, well, it is on a public platform. I said, yes, a public platform that you just told me weeks ago that you did not have. So you have that public platform now? No, I'm not on TikTok. I was like, okay, cool. So why the issue with Thailand? Because I just think it's ridiculous how you're taking men from the United States to other countries to find wives or find women. And I sat back and I just let it all sink in and marinate in. You know why I did that? I got her from another country.
Every time he does that laugh, I know he lying. But I'm curious. I don't know his wife. Maybe she is from another country. Maybe he did meet her from another country. I don't know. But the fact that that in his mind, she's not online listening to him makes me think that everything he says about her is a lie. You see what I'm saying? Like that would mean to me, because I've called the dude up in so many lies. There's no way for me to believe that what he is saying about his ex-wife is true. Like, why would I believe that? So I don't know. Maybe she is from another country and he got her from another country. Okay, fine. But again, I just take everything he says with a grain of salt. I doubt it. I doubt it.
So then when I made her aware that, wait a minute, you do know I've been a passport bro for a long time. I went to another country and got you. And my mistake was bringing you here. If I had left you where you were in another country, you would have kept those same values, those same thought patterns, and that same process. But I brought you here, helped you to earn millions of dollars, gave you a career, saw you have success, and gave you my seed to create one of the most beautiful children in the world.
Shut up. So in essence, if you peel back the bullshit, what he's saying is had I left you in your other country where you would have been 100% financially reliant upon me, more than likely you would have never changed up. You never would have gotten the courage. You never would have had the ability to branch off on your own and leave me eventually for being the abusive piece of shit that I am. If I just would have left you in the shit you were stuck in your other country, you never would have gotten out of it. And I would have made it worse for you by giving you a baby, which would have made you even more financially reliant upon me. So I could have abused you even more. Gotcha.
That was my mistake. That was my problem bringing you here. It just goes to show you how so many women are, I got mine, you need to get yours. And it's okay for them, but it's a problem when someone else is reaping the benefits.
How is that what she's saying? I got mine, you need to get yours. Oh, you mean, okay, I guess he's saying that because she is allegedly a passport wife. You want to call her that? And she's mad that he's going to go get another wife from overseas. I don't think that that's what happened, sir. What happened was she realized how disgusting you were, and she realized how disgusting the whole passport bro movement is, and now she's like, ew, you haven't grown up at all. I regret ever fucking being with you. It's not that she's jealous of the other women. She's fearful for them. She's like, damn, okay. So the same thing that happened to me is going to happen to you, to the other woman.
Rewards that they were once reaping. That's just something about the American mindset of women. Do not bring women here to America. Do not date the women in America that have that mindset, because that mindset destroys families and it destroys men. So, just a fun little story. She had forgotten that I actually went to a lesser country, plucked her out of that country, and was able to bring her here and make her highly successful. Never forget where you come from.
Also, doubt he made her highly successful. Like, again, it's just weird how he's telling this story. You could just see the narcissism is oozing off of this guy. But I would love to see. I would love to. I wish I could speak to her, because I would definitely talk to her and just let her tell her side of the story, because it's not what he's saying. I even listening to what he's saying, I could tell what happened. He was financially abusive. He was abusive in other ways because he's a narcissist, and she got tired of it. And as soon as she was able to break free from him financially, she did so. And the thing that I hate about these men, that the thing about these men that they expose about themselves all the time is this. You guys think that we're dumb. You guys think that the general population is dumb, and most men are dumb. So I can understand why you would think that. But there are a few men and most women who actually understand that ain't no woman leaving a good man. Why would she be with you? Why would she sleep with you? Why would she have a child with you? Why would she do all of those things? You can try to say it was just for the money. It doesn't add up. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. The risk is way higher than the reward. You see what I'm saying? So, but she does all of that. She sleeps with you, has your baby, all those things, right? Takes care of you, all this stuff. And then she leaves you because why? You never got to the why she left you. You blamed it on the mindset of the American woman. But what do you mean by that? Why did she leave you? You never got to the why. They always leave out the why. And the why is because you were bad to her. Obviously, to put it in layman's terms, you were bad to her. She left you because you were bad to her. A lot of women don't have the ability to leave their men when the man is bad to them when they come from other countries, though. They end up being stuck and trapped in relationships. So you guys are operating on the old American model of a marriage, right? Where the woman is financially dependent, reliant on a man, like 100%. You're operating on that old model. And on that old model, men, the abuse of women was significantly higher than it is now. And women are really abused now, but it was way higher back then. That's the model you're operating on. That's why you guys have to go out of the country. And like he said, if I could find the part.
Just a fun little story. She had forgotten that I actually went to a lesser country, plucked her out of that country, and was able to bring her here and make her highly successful.
He took her from a lesser country. That's what he wants. And that's what these men are openly admitting, that is their game. Their game is to go get women in lesser countries where they're poor and then take advantage of them. Whether it be sex, well, it's always rooted in sex, but whether it be strictly sexual or other ways, right? This is all those trips are about. Oh no, I gotta mute it because you guys can hear us playing Not Like Us, so I don't want to get flagged. But yeah, this is what it's all about for him. That's it. He happy he got him a woman he paid for, right? That's what it is. Which brings us to this.
All of y'all baby daddy, boyfriends, husbands, cousins, brothers, uncles, and daddies was all in Cartagena this weekend. I traveled to Cartagena to meet one of my friends who was traveling from Ecuador just for the weekend. It was my first time in Cartagena, and my God in heaven, y'all did not lie about the passport, bro. Baby, I got off the plane. I didn't know where I was at. It was black men as far as the eye could see. I took a little video while I was in the immigration line. They was grouped up and duped up. You hear me? The line was at least 2 hours long to get through immigration. I promise you, and I'm not lying, right hand to God, they probably had 5 women in this immigration line. Everybody else was black men. And I said, oh, there's a story here. I mean, they was coming in groups. The group that was in front of me was a group of 10, bitch. A group of 10 that had came from Philly. How I knew they was from Philly? Because I could hear their accent. I could hear them talking. I was looking at them in line, downloading Tinder. I said, them people did not fucking lie. Now, this is my first time in Cartagena. I didn't know what to expect. I was thinking, I've been to Colombia before. I've been to Cali. But I didn't think that I was coming to the whole fest. But that's what the fuck was going on. And anybody with a peon, any type of peon of a brain could see what the fuck is going on down there in Cartagena. When you walking down the streets, the women is literally pulling on you, winking, calling you pop. They trying to get it. They working. They working. And they paying for it. They paying for it. They down there buying coochie. I was so embarrassed standing in that immigration line because I could just feel the people that's from Cartagena looking at us, because I'm in the fucking line too. They looking at us saying, just look at them lined up to come buy some cat.
They should be embarrassed.
All the way in South America. Y'all didn't lie. I thought y'all was lying. I thought y'all was bitter because, these black men is out here traveling and they got their passports. And that's why I was just like, I was just so happy that black men just had passports and they was, seeing the world. No, 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 no. Them motherfuckers is lined up to go participate. And you know what? I ain't gonna say too much on here.
And that's why when they talk about trying to get married and all of that, that's not what it's about, man. That's just not what it's about. It's literally just about sex trafficking. That's all it is. Don P is in the video with the woman hugged up. What does that look like? You think he knows her that well? Like that quickly? You think that's his girlfriend in Colombia? No. That's a woman he met that day that he's paying for her services. He ain't interested in marrying nobody. He ain't interested in even marrying a woman and keeping her in Colombia and doing the thing he said he should have did with his ex-wife. That's not what he's into. He is bringing men over there so that they could participate in the sex traffic trade. That's it. That's all it is.
But all I'm gonna say is y'all was right. And I apologize. I have never seen nothing like this in my life. Child, they was walking the streets of Cartagena in packs, like a packs of wild dogs. Looking for cats. I'm speechless.
And they came out there in droves. They coming out there in large groups too, because I'm sure the safety thing, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them is getting, duck tied up and whatnot. So yeah, at least they're traveling smarter. Look at all these bald heads.
And it's all ages. From 17 up to 70, bitch. They out there hunting in packs, looking for cats.
Why can't we have this and it be a bunch of black men enrolling in college? It's always got to be something nefarious with us. Something like, why can't it be a bunch of black men like gathering? Like it ain't no sporting event, it ain't no rap concert, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a bunch of black men gathering to go get tested. A bunch of black men gathering to mentor a bunch of black kids and stuff like that. Nah. Y'all can't. This is why y'all ain't got no time to mentor. Y'all out here gallivanting around the country, trying to, like this gentleman said, hunt for cat that you paying for. You ain't even going out there to do it the honest way.
I was blown away. And as I'm listening to them, like as I'm in these lines and I'm listening, because I'm nosy, bitch, I want to listen. I'm listening to them talking about how they travel throughout Colombia and they go to these different cities and they don't like this city because of this and this city because of that. Y'all, I can't believe it. I cannot believe this. I didn't want this to be true, but it's true. Unfortunately,
He messy boots. I ain't gonna even lie. He tried to spill the tea, friend. Come on.
it's true. And one last thing before I go, they all had on these fake chains. You could tell they were so fake because they were so bright. They were supposed to be like silver or platinum, but they was just so fucking bright. They looked like fucking aluminum on their neck. And everybody had these fake diamond chains on. I said, I don't want to be here. That's what I got off the plane. I said, can we bring me back, bring me to another destination. I don't want to be here because this is a lot.
Well, I mean, not like anybody didn't know that that's what they were doing out there, but that's what they're doing out there. So idiots like Don P could get on the internet and try to sell these men on this idea that they going, or well, he tries to tout it as like, oh, I'm going to go get a wife, and you're not getting a wife. You guys are just going down there and paying for coochie on discount. Paying for coochie on discount. I can never respect y'all. I can never respect y'all for doing that. You look, you can't get a woman in America. You can't get a woman in America just being who you are, and you can't afford a woman in America with the money you got. Y'all what she say? Double homicide.